Hello, Hibby here at Hibby's Homestead, and I wanted to show you a plant that everybody's eating, and you might not know a few things about this plant, so stick with me and we'll check it out. Alright, now this is a blackberry plant, and everybody's eating the blackberries, and what you might not know about it is that the roots are really high in tannin, and they're really good medicinal for you. So I'll go ahead and cut this off and dig out the root, and we'll go home and we'll make a tincture of it. So I always bring my handsaw and some leather gloves so that you can get down in there.
Daddy, don't kill your plants.
This is one thing that's nice about the little collapsible shovels. They come with a little bag, so you can throw your roots and your plants inside the bag, and you got a way to take it home.
It's very hard, huh?
Okay, so I want to take this inside and show you guys a little bit here, in case you're living under a rock and you've never eaten blackberries before, what they look like. And if you're in the Pacific Northwest, you know these grow everywhere. So you got 5 leaflets here, a whorled kind of ish off of a single node, and you got the thorns on them obviously. And underside of the leaves there is a bunch of thorns that go up the leaf too, as you can see there. So that's blackberries. Now the leaves are medicinal also, and you want to get them off the green shoots. So this one's a little aged, so these would work, but they're not perfect. You want to get them fresh when they're just growing off the green stems. The stems are edible also. Now if you're aware of the blackberry plant, you now have a plant that could save your life one day, because the blackberry plant, the leaves, the roots, the stem, everything about it is a really good astringent. And astringent is a plant that's good for reducing fevers and just a really good medicine for headaches, all kinds of things. You can take the leaves, the roots, the stems, and make a decoction of it. Just boil it down for about 2 hours, and then sip that in a tea. And you can keep just boil. You can boil. You can pick a ton of roots and then put it in a pot, and then boil a big pot full of water of it, and then put it in the fridge, and then just sip like wine glass size cups of it about 4 times a day. And it's really safe for children too, so they can drink it also. Blackberry root is really good for stopping diarrhea. If you have chronic diarrhea, blackberry root's what you want, and you're going to drink it 4 times a day. It's also good for upset stomach, and the #1 reason I like it is it stops nausea. Now blackberry plants are deciduous, so they rise up in the spring, and the new shoots and leaves are edible in the spring. But since it's winter time, I'm going to the roots, because now all the stuff in the leaves, the medicinals, have gone to the roots for dormancy. So that's why I'm using the root today. But you can use the roots, leaves, and stems in the summertime and get the same effect. Okay, I got my roots here all washed up, and now I'll show you how I prepare them for tea. Okay, that's all done. So as a rule, when you're picking medicinal plants, you want to use them the fresher the better. So if I was real sick right now, this would be the best way to go about doing it. Just shred it up like this and put it in a tea and boil it for about 15 minutes, and that's going to bring out all the astringent qualities in the blackberry root. But what I'm going to do today is just put this in some cast iron and dry it out, and then we'll save it for tea. I'll always take my scrap pieces and stick it up on the windowsill and let it dry out, because then I can always throw it in a pot and make a decoction of it and just boil it down for a couple hours, and then I'll be good to go if I need that without having to shred it for tea. Now let's throw it in my cast iron pan and wait till it's a little bit browned, and then pull it out. Another cool thing about blackberry root is it's a smart plant. So that being said, it'll bring a fever and it'll also break a fever. Okay, there you have it. So here's a little tip. Next time you're at the grocery store, go stop by the coffee aisle and grab some of these coffee bags, because they make really good tea storage if you're making your own teas. And there's also a little spot in the label there where you can write down everything about it. Blackberry root astringent, fever reducer, anti-nausea, anti-diarrhea, bring fever and break fever. So thanks again for sticking with me, and we'll see you next time. Never scared, always prepared. God bless.